Over the years, there's been way more Minecraft spin-offs, canceled titles, and other weird video game related things that most people don't remember at all. I mean, some of you hardcore Minecraft fans probably have heard of some of these games, maybe even played some of these spin-offs, but then there's some obscure ones where things get really, really weird. And that's what we wanted to talk about. But before we fully look at it, we need to get a bigger scope of the state of Minecraft back when it first released, because this sets the stage for a lot of these weird side projects that pop up throughout Minecraft's history. Now, Minecraft's story actually starts all the way back in May 2009 when Marcus Notch Person uploaded a video of the first version of Minecraft, which was then just called Cave Game. Notch, at the time, was working at a company known as Jalbum, where he was probably spending more time messing with like these blocky prototypes than doing whatever Jalbum employees do. What does this company even do? They do like photo albums or something? But after this game started to pick up some traction, Notch ended up quitting his job to work on Minecraft full time, which he posted on his blog just a year after this Cave Game test. Now, the earliest versions were kind of a mashup of this game known as Infinity Miner and Dwarf Fortress, which Notch over the years openly credited. Infinity Miner gave like the blocky looking aesthetic and the mining aspect, while Dwarf Fortress gave you the whole your world is going to punish you for existing type of energy, which Minecraft capitalized on. The original version of Minecraft was a bit different than the versions we have now. There was no health bar, no survival aspects, no crafting. You just kind of got to dig and place blocks, which, you know, kind of like a stress ball version of a video game, I guess. But not too much later, the official survival mode came out, which added some of the mobs. There was health, resource gathering, the ability to die, which sounds silly nowadays, but that was like a big feature. It was like the basis of what made Minecraft interesting. And then, of course, creepers, which are those things that blow up, not the weird neighbor down the road. And then a little bit later after that, the alpha of Minecraft officially launched, which I think is when a lot of the earliest adopters of Minecraft started to actually play the game. That's when the game launched with like the infinite worlds, biomes, redstone. Fun fact, the game launched at €9.95. From the outside looking in, some people would think that Notch might have been going through some form of psychosis during the earliest development of Minecraft, because he was uploading not just a patch a day, sometimes multiple patches a day, because he was working on the game nonstop. However, while this might kind of read like a diary of someone trying to fight his own code that he's created, he was innovating the game to be in a state that would set itself up to become a multi-billion? Would you say it's a $1 billion franchise, Luke?
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft bought it for $2.5 billion.
Yeah, a multi-billion dollar franchise. Now, what's wild is there were some wacky things that happened during this time. In 2010, Minecraft got so popular that PayPal froze Notch's account that had $750,000 in it because they thought that it was suspicious. You know, a Swedish dude making $750,000 selling a game about blocks. It's a weird sell. I feel like PayPal should have known better by then. They did get their money back, but it is kind of one of the more unintentionally hilarious moments in Minecraft history. But I would say 2010 also marked the time where Minecraft and Mojang became an official entity as a real video game studio. The game entered its beta December 20th, 2010, which added weather, more mobs, other advancements, and the community was getting so big, Notch apparently stopped answering bug reports personally, which was something he did before? That's wild. But Minecraft, with the gameplay itself, and you have to give some credit to the popularity generated through creators making videos on Minecraft on YouTube, ended up becoming a big hit. It was exploding harder than, what's like a Minecraft analogy? Like a creeper in like around TNT blocks or something? That sounds good, right? What's interesting is at this point, with how big Minecraft was getting, it wasn't just a hit anymore. It was kind of evolving into like a platform. Like there was a lot going on. The Minecraft brand was getting bigger than just what like the core Java edition could have. And there were plans to bring Minecraft to other platforms. And besides other platforms, we enter the era of experimental side projects, partnerships, genre crossovers, and just the other weird and quirky things that have come out of Minecraft's history that might not always make sense. We might wonder why it exists, but it existed, so we can talk about it. And that's where we are now. Now, I think we should start this off talking about a Minecraft spinoff that outside of Minecraft fans, nobody remembers this. Minecraft story mode is what we're talking about. Imagine this. You take Minecraft, cubes, the creepers and all, the endless buildings, and then you slap a story on it. You get a sassy narrator or something, which is basically what Minecraft story mode was. And it launched with big ambition. It got mixed reviews and then quietly vanished without a trace. Minecraft Story Mode was developed by Telltale Games, the click your own adventure masters. They did The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, a Game of Thrones thing. I think they did a Batman one. I think they did a Back to the Future one.
Borderlands.
They did a Borderlands one too, didn't they? A weird company in itself, because Telltale was like widely beloved when the first season of The Walking Dead Telltale Adventure came out, and everyone's like, wow, this is cool. And then they just kept pumping out the same type of game for all these different, like tie-ins. And they kind of, I don't know if this is the right analogy. It felt like they became the Funko Pop of like video game IPs. I mean, there's good stories in there. There was like some fatigue with Telltale. However, a Minecraft story mode was a big deal because Minecraft itself is open-ended. It doesn't really have a narrative structure or a campaign like Call of Duty or Halo would have. But they also iterated that if they're going to do a Minecraft story mode, which they did, it was going to be non-canon, which, okay. Well, I don't know why. They were like afraid it was going to interfere with the actual story of Minecraft, but I didn't really think Minecraft had an actual story, but then there's like all those game theory videos that suggest Minecraft had an actual story. So nonetheless, unlike standard Minecraft story would release, in this situation where we're in a game where we don't actually build, we instead control a character named Jesse, who goes on this scripted adventure with some friends through the overworld, the nether, and even they go to the end. And, they had some more story than like the typical, hey, can you survive a couple nights in Minecraft without dying? Now, this kind of fit into the whole formulaic episodic setup that Telltale had done. Kind of like a TV show, but it had save points and you get to make choices and there's some quick time events and very basic puzzles. Not a normal Minecraft experience in any way. Now, Mojang itself actually worked closely with Telltale to ensure that the environments felt authentic to Minecraft, that the creatures, the rules, the crafting, and I guess like the humor seemed consistent with Minecraft. And they had like an interesting voice cast. I remember them hyping up the voice cast. Like, we got an all-star Minecraft voice cast for this project. The people that all these kids love. Brian Posehn, Ashley Johnson, Catherine Tabor, and the world-renowned Patton Oswalt being like the biggest voice actor that they had there. I mean, voice acting cast is fine. But I don't know like how many 12-year-olds were like hyped about this voice acting cast announcement. It was unoffensive. I just think it's curious, I guess.
What was Patton Oswalt in besides King of Queens?
I don't know. I feel like people would have been more hyped if they just got YouTubers to voice it. Like if they had Sky Does Minecraft or something.
Oh, dude, could you imagine Sky Does Minecraft, Captain Sparkles, that Seth guy?
The kids would have been more hyped about that than Patton Oswalt. The first episode, though, dropped called The Order of the Stone. Sounds kind of Harry Potter-ish, but I digress. It dropped on October 13th, 2015 on a lot of platforms. It was on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Did come to Android and iOS, and I want to say it came out on Netflix too. It's one of those weird things where Netflix just randomly gets video games when we're talking about them. This isn't the first time we've talked about a game dropping on Netflix randomly.
Did it come out on the Wii U?
I'm sure it did, right?
It has to be, dude. That was the main console back then.
It did come out on the Wii U. It also came out on the Mac OS, Nintendo Switch, Apple TV, and even Fire OS, like the Amazon Fire OS. It was everywhere. Now, this obviously leaned hard into like cinematic storytelling, like a humorous vibe to it, but still like a story. And it was fine. The developers tried to say that they drew inspiration from the Goonies or like Ghostbusters. I don't really see it, but it was okay. They continued season 1 through 2015 and 2016, and it got greenlit for a full second season, which rolled out starting in 2017. That also had 5 more episodes. The game itself obviously kept things in like a family-friendly but still adventurous type of tone, so any age person could play it. That maybe detracted from like hardcore gamers who were looking for like an exciting narrative. I'm not saying Minecraft needed like bloody murder, but I definitely felt like it was a kid's game for the little bit I did play of it. Did you play it at all?
Yeah, I did play the first 2-3 seasons.
Episodes, you mean?
Yeah, sorry, episodes, not seasons.
Okay, I was like, I think there was only 2 seasons.
I played the secret 3rd season. What do you mean?
So when the game finally was out, the reception was kind of like mixed to okay. Episode 1 had a solid-ish start, kind of scoring in the 7 to 10s, which for a story-based video game is middle of the road. For any type of game, it's pretty okay. But the episodes started to dip after episode 1. I was sometimes scoring in the 50s or 60s. For a Telltale game, this was actually kind of lower than what their standard was at that point. I think a lot of people who were like maybe Telltale fans, just checking out anything Telltale did, were actually probably disappointed. And I'm sure some Minecraft fans were disappointed, but it didn't matter because I'm pretty sure those hardcore Minecraft kids were having Minecraft birthday parties and dressing up like Minecraft characters for Halloween. We're eating that up. Like, let's be real. They with Minecraft story mode. we probably should censor a couple of those words. After the launch of the game, eventually they did a complete adventure edition that had all the episodes. However, in 2018, Telltale collapsed, and in 2019, as a direct result, the publishers announced that both seasons of Minecraft Story Mode would no longer be supported with any updates moving forward, and all digital storefronts actually pulled the game. So you can't actually buy it anymore on any digital platforms, which is really surprising. However, if you had a physical full edition of the game, you obviously can still play it. I don't think you can play it on Netflix though anymore. I'm sorry. The important takeaway though is this was Minecraft's like only real attempt at doing the whole narrative story mode this deep, I guess. They wanted to kind of keep in the canon, but like they still said it wasn't canon, but they wanted to be inspired by the canon, and it was Telltale through and through, and there was a pig named Reuben in it. So, it didn't go out with a big season 3 that some people wanted. It went out with a delisting, and that's the story of Minecraft Story Mode. But it only gets weirder from here because there's other Minecraft spin-offs, some more obscure ones. And what's interesting is while Minecraft was busy becoming one of the biggest games of all time, Notch also during this time period of Minecraft's like initial boom just kind of dropped another game that he made in a single weekend. And this one is called Minicraft. And that's not a typo on Minecraft if you're looking at the name of the game on the screen. And it's just like Minecraft, but like, a little more retro inspired, a little more top down. It has crafting monsters, and I think there's like an ending to the game where you actually go and kill death. I don't know how that works. December of 2011 was like a game jam. Notch entered, and there was a theme to make a game that makes you feel alone. Notch ends up building Minicraft from scratch in Java in about 48 hours. Now, Minicraft barely counts as a Minecraft spinoff. It's not really like a Minecraft spinoff per se, but it's very inspired. The namesake, the involvement, the people working on it, the one person working on it. It's a top-down 2D action survival game, and very obviously, you can see there's influence from The Legend of Zelda, and it has all the things you would like from Minecraft: crafting, chopping down trees, mining stone, smelting iron, just like a little basic tiny survival version of Minecraft. And it even had like a day-night cycle, tools, a dungeon even, not to be confused with Minecraft dungeons. For just like a fun little side project, the reception was actually pretty positive. The game was fun. It's also really, really short. I mean, some people could speedrun it and get it done in like within the hour or less even. But I mean, for a little game jam game, a prototype slice of a game, it was actually really cool. And Notch had even went on record saying that he might expand on it, and people were like losing their mind thinking that Minicraft 2 was going to come out. Maybe it'd come out on iOS, Android, Xbox, and it'd be this big old thing. But yeah, he didn't really work on it too much more. There was never any Minicraft 2 from Notch or Mojang directly, but the community did keep developing on it. One developer who was like a fan of the game made Minicraft Plus, which added some new furniture, items, bug fixes, quality of life stuff. And Mojang did give the blessing to like, work on stuff as long as you don't like start trying to monetize it or something like that. Notch just like moved on from it to never look back. But Minicraft is something interesting. I think it counts even though it's not an official Minecraft spinoff, but I think it counts. Does it count, Luke? Say it counts.
It counts.
Okay, there we go.
This next spin-off that we're going to talk about, the first step was set when Microsoft bought Minecraft in 2014. The second step was then taken when Microsoft bought Blizzard Activision in 2023, which included the Candy Crush developer King. Woo! And then the third step was when they decided to make a Minecraft Candy Crush spin-off called Minecraft Blast. Woo! It's a free-to-play mobile puzzle game where you match blocks and blast them, which then makes more blocks drop, and you match them too, and so on, until you beat the level. And this time just everything is Minecraft themed, and it's not candy themed like Candy Crush. That's kind of it. They announced that this year in 2025, just in November. Wait, we are in November right now. This month.
It was just announced?
Woo!
Why are we not playing Minecraft Blast?
Well, it is only in beta in Malaysia and Canada. And while we do live close to Canada, we don't have access to the Canadian App Store.
Real quick, why does Canada always get the beta tested games? Like Rainbow Six Mobile has been in beta test in Canada, but we can't play it?
Maybe their developers are based there. I don't know what King is based. Let me look it up. It's actually a Swedish company.
Just like Mojang?
Oh, dude, it's all coming together. I don't know. But Canada gets this stuff for, I don't know why. Maybe like they're trying to test a bigger infrastructure without going full United States. I don't know. For whatever reason, Minecraft Blast is available there, and there's no official release date. And Mojang themselves stayed on their official Minecraft Blast website, and this is a quote, so listen very carefully. "We are extremely early days with this project." So like they have some typo.
Wait, yeah, I was just about to say, okay.
And I mean, that probably shows you how much love and care is given to this game.
Mikey, the Minecraft intern, had to type up that page.
I mean, I don't want to hate on it because it's not out and I haven't played it yet, but like, Like Candy Crush is played by like moms in their 40s. Who's this for? Like, do they hope like the kids are gonna be like, mommy, play the Minecraft Candy Crush? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, who's gonna play this? It just seems weird.
Maybe they were trying to do it because they thought we're gonna get a bunch of moms in their 40s taking their kids to go see the Minecraft movie, and they're gonna need a Minecraft game to get into. But Minecraft itself is too complicated. Haven't you seen the South Park episode where they all try to play Minecraft?
Let's click on the inventory and let's filter through the skins.
Yes, I'm getting it now.
You are?
No.
It'll be like that. So then they did this, maybe. That's like a good theory, right? Like,
I mean, yeah, that's good. That's good. But do you think it's gonna work out?
no.
There we are. And I mean, I think the gameplay, like for what it is, like one of those match 3 type games, I think it'll be fine, right? It's fine for that type of game, but like it's not a Minecraft game. Like, and I think that's the issue with a lot of the games on this list. And you could switch out any IP. Like you could do Star Wars Blast, Rainbow Six Blast, PUBG Blast, Diablo Blast. You know, it would be the same thing, just like a different skin. It like wouldn't really change anything about the game. Oh, also I bet it's gonna have like microtransactions out of the ass, and it's gonna be like the time gated stuff, you know, and like that annoying.
What's interesting is while you were talking about this game, I just thought of something and I was like, I bet you Microsoft exploited Minecraft with this game in some way or another. And I looked it up, and sure enough, May 22nd of 2025, Minecraft had a solitaire themed deck added.
Oh my.
Minecraft Solitaire technically exists, maybe not as a full spin-off game, but I was like, I bet you they would do something like a Minecraft Solitaire. And sure enough, a few months ago, it was it was released. So that's one more we can add to our list of Minecraft games.
Wait, they also did Mahjong.
Did they?
Microsoft Mahjong.
Look, it has ads on it too. Like really, like the freemium games use. Is Microsoft that down bad right now?
I guess so. I mean, yeah. Xbox is failing as a brand.
It's gonna have those like, if you want to play another round, watch this ad first, and you have to like play the ad, like the ones that you can play and interact with. I've played a few mobile games in my day.
Also, Forza Horizon 5 also had Minecraft skins in.
Of course it did. Dude, I just can't wait till Call of Duty gets like that creeper hoodie that everyone had in 2013, and you get to wear that on your soldier.
And wait, dude.
Now, one of the biggest Minecraft spin-off games that probably, if anyone was going to remember a spin-off game, it would be this one. I think the larger world forgot about this one. Minecraft Dungeons. We all know Minecraft. You mine, you build, there's creeper explosions, there's some existential panic when you lose part of your house or you don't realize there's a creeper creeping up on you. Had this happen to me more recently. Not a fun experience. But what if I told you there's a version of Minecraft where instead of placing blocks, you slash zombies, you dodge traps, and you play a Diablo clone, but with a Minecraft skin on it, and it's kind of like watered down a little bit. Minecraft Dungeons is here to release in 2020. Now, this one was actually interesting because it was developed by Mojang Studios, but they also had a support studio, Double 11, who helped with console and multiplayer support of the game. And the idea was to take Minecraft, the aesthetic of Minecraft, but, you know, throw out the mining and the crafting and the building and turn it into a dungeon crawler, loot grabbing, monster slasher RPG game. Believe it or not, early on, this project was pitched as a single player game for the Nintendo 3DS. But as the concept grew, developers realized, hey, we can maybe do more with this. So they scrapped that project and just kind of embraced the top-down isometric view that they'd been working on and lean more into the dungeon crawler vibe. Then, as development progressed, they brought on that extra studio, Double 11, and while it was originally planned for an April 2020 release, it got delayed 1 month because of what was happening in 2020. The game actually runs in Unreal Engine 4, but they kept the Minecraft aesthetic, and you know, it does look good. It has good lighting, these particle effects, animations. It does feel like a polished experience. It just doesn't feel like Minecraft. Now, in this game, you get to pick this like hero, and then you dive into a dungeon, and you can play with up to 3 other players, which is a good thing going there. And of course, they keep everything really built into the aesthetic of Minecraft. It's just a regular like go in there and do your thing. There's not like a strict class system. You build your character, you can use whatever gear you get. It's really not like super deep, and I think that might have actually shot it in the foot long term as far as like replayability and keeping players engaged, because I do think a lot of people tried this game out when it released, especially with it launching on Game Pass back when Game Pass was affordable, and then people got bored of it. Reception at launch was still fairly positive, especially for what it was trying to be as like an accessible, not too hard to get into dungeon crawler type game with good visuals, familiar visuals. But it was simple, maybe even arguably lightweight for a game in the genre. Once again, I compared it to Diablo, and I think a lot of critics at the time compared it as like a stripped down version of Diablo, and I think that that's still a pretty fair assessment for the game. But I think for the most part, it was like charming enough, interesting enough as like a little mini diversion for people who were looking for something different during that time, especially with everyone playing games. And the game maybe amassed over 25 million people, which isn't bad for a Minecraft spin-off, but we all know that those 25 million people did not stick around long term. Now, after the launch, the developers did roll out quite a bit of support for this game for a while with DLC, new missions, new biomes, new bosses. You know, they were trying to keep things going for people to like stick around. They even overhauled a lot of the mechanics to try to make like the loot and the replayability better. And a lot of people were excited for that, but I think interest in the game had already died down. And in September of 2023, the team announced the final update, version 1.17.0.0, which meant that any more active development in the future wasn't actively happening. So it's a little interesting detour. It's like the what if Minecraft was actually Diablo? Now we know. And it is what it is. It's definitely not like the most groundbreaking thing in the world, but I think like there was something there, and I'm sure some people really enjoyed it, really got into it for a while, until just one day they woke up and realized, I don't feel like playing Minecraft Dungeons anymore. And then they abandoned it. And that was Minecraft Dungeons. And that's where the story would end. Or so you would think. But this is Minecraft we're talking about, and Microsoft owns them, so you know they're going to try to milk everything they can out. Enter Minecraft Dungeons Arcade, an actual arcade cabinet based on Minecraft Dungeons that did in fact release. This was a real, official, rather large Minecraft arcade cabinet developed by Raw Thrills and Play Mechanics, who I'm not misremembering. I'm pretty sure this is the same team that did Halo Fireteam Raven. Ooh. Yeah. Lovely experience. So, much like the console version of this game, it is 4-player, hack and slash, has this big old widescreen display. There's controllers, look at them. There's 4 of them on some of them. Some of them only have 2, but I mean, look at that. It's essentially just like a spin-off of Minecraft Dungeons. It has something interesting though, that most arcade machines don't have, a card system. So as you play, not only do you spend money, but you do get real life loot in the form of these like trading cards that the machine prints out. It's cool, I guess. I was looking at them. This guy's selling on eBay a complete set, 118 of them for $150, which kind of feel like isn't that much. There are other people selling different series sets. I don't know how many sets they did.
I mean, I think that's a good investment opportunity.
Should we fly to New York Dave and Buster's again so we can play this time Minecraft Dungeons instead of Halo Fireteam Raven?
Yeah, I mean, it probably won't make me as sick as Fireteam Raven, so.
I mean, hey, it was an experience.
Of all time.
And that's kind of where we end with Minecraft Dungeons. I think a lot of us remember it. Probably up there, like if we're going to have to rank like the familiarity in the world of Minecraft spin-offs, I guess like story mode and dungeons are like up here, and then everything else is down here. And then like Minecraft is like the forefront because everybody knows Minecraft. Not as many people know about dungeons, especially 5 years later in story mode. Nobody even thinks of that anymore. But then there's even more obscure things down there. Just pretend there's like a mountain of Minecraft spin-offs next to me, and that's what I'm looking at. Luke, why don't you talk about one of them?
I do have one that was probably as high profile, or intended to be as high profile as Minecraft Dungeons, but is even more obscure and even more forgotten. You know, when Minecraft Dungeons came out, as Elijah said, people were like, where? That was there. I don't think anyone was aware that Minecraft Legends came out, though.
It's funny that you bring up Minecraft Legends because they definitely tried to make it as relevant as Minecraft Dungeons, but even before we worked on this video, when we were talking about different Minecraft spin-offs, like when we decided we wanted to make this video, you had forgotten about Minecraft Legends altogether. You thought I was talking about Minecraft Dungeons when we were just talking about Legends because it was a recent release.
Honestly, until I did the research, I didn't even know what the game was supposed to be. That's how like bad, I guess, the marketing was. I don't know. As I learned more, I discovered that this is a RTS game with like Pikmin-style gameplay elements, but it's set in a Minecraft world. So much like Dungeons, they're trying to take some gameplay style from an established franchise and just like slap some Minecraft on it. Now, development for this started all the way back in 2018, but it took 4 years before it was announced at the Xbox Showcase in 2022. This was supposed to fill a gap in the market for RTS games, but like simpler and maybe for kids instead of being like complicated and not for kids. Did you get all that? They'll be on the quiz.
Yeah, I could actually hear you. I was just going to the refrigerator to get a drink. I also want to point out, though, when I saw the reveal for Minecraft Legends, mind you, I'm not an RTS person to begin with, but I've definitely played like Minecraft servers that have like different types of like spin-off games built into them. Like I've played like tower defense modes in Minecraft. Like there's a lot of genres. I feel like someone out there probably already made a Minecraft RTS in Minecraft.
Probably did it better.
That's what I'm saying. I bet you there's a better Minecraft RTS is already out there in Minecraft for free than a Minecraft dedicated RTS. That's such a weird one to try to bring, especially to consoles instead of like, maybe if it was like a mobile spin-off, I could see them getting away with it, but this was a weird one.
Most RTS games on console just don't work out. I mean, there's only a handful that really people really like. Like Halo Wars is the one that comes to mind. But like, it's like once a decade, there's one that like is actually good. You know what I mean? It's a very hard genre to master. But they specifically focused on console first. And so when they designed Legends, they specifically wanted it to be played with a controller, hoping they could get the console Minecraft audience and just ignore the traditional RTS audience that is mostly on computer. Which, you know, that's a departure from what other RTS games do already. So they already are doing some avant-garde stuff there. But then they also didn't want a top-down view that, you know, a lot of RTS games have. Instead, they wanted you to control a character directly alongside your units. They believed that like they could make this hyper system between action and like strategy and like find some sort of sweet spot. And they actually partnered with Blackbird Interactive, which is a studio founded by former developers that worked on Homeworld and Company of Heroes, which are pretty well liked RTS games. I guess on paper, this doesn't sound that bad, but it took them a long time to make this. It took 5 years to make. Also, interesting fact about development, Blackbird Interactive, they tested out this 4-day work week for its employees. And, you know, it took them 5 years to make this game, so it's a long time. And in 2023, it launched. It wasn't a full price game. It was $39.99, which actually does make it more expensive than Minecraft. Minecraft's at $30.
That's wild.
So upon release, the reception was pretty bad. At best, it was mixed, you could say. There's a couple of reasons why people really didn't like this game. First of all, for RTS fans, the gameplay wasn't really that deep. It was very simple and not a lot of strategy options or like things you could plan out. It was like too shallow to appeal to the RTS audience. And then for Minecraft fans, the gameplay was also just too different from Minecraft. Like minimal building and mining wasn't done by you. You just send out the little pigments and then they mine for you. It just doesn't seem like something that appeals to people who like Minecraft. It just seemed like it would appeal to a very specific like group of people who find RTS is too hard, but also are like Minecraft, but don't like Minecraft that much. I don't know. It's like a weird audience they were trying to hit. They tried to appeal to too many audiences at once as well and didn't manage to capture any of them.
I was just gonna say, I just feel it's interesting hearing you talk about this because in my mind, even though I can see you on my screen, it's like you're standing on a podium, like explaining Minecraft Legends. It's called Legends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I've almost like forgot for a second. But then I started thinking, I was like, why do I just like imagine Luke on a podium talking about Minecraft Legends? And I realized that now that you're in your new office, I'm guessing you don't have furniture in your room, like fabric furniture.
Yeah, there's not enough furnishing it. Yeah.
So there's like this very subtle reverb
Dude.
on everything you say, and it actually sounds like you're like on a stage talking about Minecraft Legends. This is a wild experience. If anyone else listening to this has noticed this, let me know. Maybe I'm crazy. I don't think it's not bad where you have to like do anything about it or edit the sound out. It's just like slightly amusing. Sorry, I'm taking you off of your topic, but I had to bring that up.
It's okay, dude. Okay, what was I? Okay, so the game was also very repetitive and there was a lot of issues with AI and building, like the structures was clunky, and the campaign was actually really short for an RTS game, only being like 9 hours long, with most RTS games having campaigns between 20 to 40 hours. So them having 9 hours on an RTS game where the average is way higher is also really bad. Also, the story was really, really bizarre. Like, this was supposed to be a prequel to Minecraft, like the Minecraft that doesn't have a story. How do you make a prequel story to something that doesn't have a story? But they still tried. They felt the need to somehow explain a question nobody ever asked. Why are the mobs attacking me?
Why are they? Now I'm curious.
Before Minecraft Legends happens, all the mobs live in harmony, in peace. They dab each other up often and stuff. I don't know what they do. But then the piglins attack from the nether. And that's where the player comes in. And you are summoned as a legendary hero by these guardian spirits or gods or whatever they're supposed to be. And you're supposed to drive the piglin army back into the nether. And a bunch of stuff happens. You fight bosses. You defeat the piglin army. And then the guardian spirits dip out. Now the mobs only know this life of war. For some reason, like, they can't go back to their peaceful life. Once the hero dies, they are without guidance and then they become hostile. And that's the reason they attack you in Minecraft. They didn't need any answer or explanation. It's just stupid. I don't know.
Still somehow more interesting than Halo 4.
Yeah,
I should
honestly,
have said that. So what did the zombies eat when everything was peaceful before, though?
I have no idea, honestly.
They didn't eat, like, living things? They're like vegetarian zombies?
Multiplayer is also a big part of RTS games. So obviously, Minecraft Legends also tried having a multiplayer mode. And the main 4v4 multiplayer mode also wasn't that fun, no surprise. But what was actually mind-baffling to me is there was no voice or text chat. So you had to play a strategy game with teammates, with 3 other people, and you weren't able to strategize with them because you couldn't communicate with them. I don't know. It's just stupid. I don't know. There's also a ton of skins and microtransactions you can buy and like blah, 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 stuff like that. There's also like different mini games that came out later that you can purchase for $10 each that are like made by modders or by them. I don't really understand it. I think it's a collaboration thing. One of them was chess or something. Post-launch, there were a few bigger updates, but those came out slowly and they really didn't do anything to bring more interest to the game. And after less than 9 months, it was announced that they were ending development and there would be no further updates. I don't know. This was just a pretty big flop. And I mean, we can only look for player numbers on Steam. It peaked a little over 5,000 players on launch on Steam, which just does not seem like much.
Do we have numbers for dungeons on Steam?
Yes, we do. And I did compare it and it launched around the same. But I don't remember if dungeons launched on Steam like launch day.
Yeah, I feel like this was before the time where Microsoft was putting stuff out on launch day on Steam.
Legends definitely the bigger flop out of the two, which is a pretty low bar to begin with. Also, I don't want to, say that a 4-day work week is like a bad thing or something, but like when you put out a game that needs a lot of balancing and fine-tuning, there might be some stuff that gets missed. They might have needed more time to tweak the game, but because they already put 5 years in and they lost essentially, like, what's that? Like, let's say there's 52 weeks, so per year they work 52 days less. 5 years. So 250 days, they could have had 250 more days to fine-tune the game if they worked a regular week. Just seems like a weird, like, game to try it on. Like, something that needs so much time and effort, I guess. I don't know. I can see how they could make a Call of Duty or Madden game in a 4-day work week. You know what I mean? Like, it's just all copy-paste anyways.
I mean, you're not wrong. I always think it's interesting. More recently, I've been wondering if, like, nowadays games take a really, really long time to be made, where, like, 10, 15 years ago, the development cycle was like 2 years max. I mean, sometimes 3. And not encompassing all games, obviously. But it seemed like there were a lot of banger games that have been made over the years in 2 years or less, or 3 years or less. And a lot of games that end up being very mediocre that are made in 3 years or more nowadays. So I wonder, pressure makes diamonds. Maybe there's something there about having deadlines, not necessarily crunch culture, but deadlines that teams stick to.
Maybe some passion would be nice too,
Maybe just not Microsoft's involvement.
Yeah.
Luke, did you ever watch E3 2015 when they did that demonstration with the Hololens, the new big technology, and they showed Minecraft?
Yeah, dude, that was so exciting.
Dude, it was wild to see, but then I started thinking when I was watching the footage back of that, if you just remove the narration and you add like some droning noise to the background, the entire vibe of this presentation is very, very different. Take a look at this edit. So this is interesting. HoloLens was the future of Microsoft and Xbox or something. I don't know why they showed this off. Did they ever do anything gaming related with HoloLens that actually released?
Like Young Honker and stuff. If you had a HoloLens, you could download it.
Could you actually play it? Was that a real thing or was that just a demo? Like, I feel like there were so many things of HoloLens shown off that weren't real.
I just think like nobody bought a HoloLens, so like it feels like it wasn't real, but I think it was real.
Okay, we'll put it up on the screen right now in text. Was it real? What's important is Minecraft HoloLens was revealed at E3. And it never released. It was a tech demo made specifically for Microsoft's HoloLens augmented reality headset. And they did this famous on-stage demo where a guy's wearing this HoloLens headset, projected, and we get to see this full 3D Minecraft world, and he does these gestures, and it kind of looks like he's interacting with a hologram, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know how it would play out, because usually it's a first-person game. But I mean, he's standing over the Minecraft world. So this actually ran a special version of Minecraft Bedrock Edition that was modified for augmented reality. It was just like a tech demo thing. And then as HoloLens fizzled out, the Minecraft hologram program stayed as a concept and was never implemented into a game or its own spin-off game. And that was kind of the end of it, which then leads me into the next spin-off, because prior to us doing research on this video, we both thought that Minecraft Earth, the name Minecraft Earth, was the name given to Minecraft HoloLens. But that's not the case. Minecraft Earth was its own thing, completely unrelated to HoloLens, but still involving augmented reality. Now let's back up a little bit. Luke, when you were a kid, maybe you weren't as imaginative as I was, because I was a pretty special kid. Did you ever wish Pokemon were real?
Yeah, well, actually I wish Digimon were real, but...
Oh, dude.
You know.
That's culture right there. So when I was in the second grade, Linguini Gonzalez in my class told me that he and his dad were working on a holographic program to bring Pokemon to life. And he told everybody in my second grade class that like they had working Pokemon at their house and that they were real and they were going to be rolling it out and everybody was going to have a real Pokemon. And I believed him for like 3 hours. Then I got home and I was like talking to my mom about it. And she was like, you know that he's like not telling the truth. And I was like, I never really thought of that. And yeah, like he totally was lying. But man, I was easily excited for the possibility of Pokemon being real. Long story short, there was a couple of other things. One time I was watching Pokemon, the third movie, on DVD, and it had like a commentary by like some of the producers or something. And I listened to the entire version with commentary. And in the commentary, they talked about how it's like, we know that we get people saying that they wish Pokemon were real, and don't worry, we're working on it. And I was like, they're working on Pokemon being real? How? What is this technology? They just said we're working on it. I don't know if the guy knew what he was talking about. He didn't. He was some like movie producer. He didn't even know half the Pokemon. But as a kid, I was excited. So fast forward a couple more years to augmented reality becoming a thing. And remember how Pokemon Go was like super successful? And that trailer that showed off Pokemon Go made it feel like for the first time ever, there's going to be this real life interaction with Pokemon. And like the trailer was hype. The game itself did not at all play the way that the trailer made it look like it played. But the game was successful. Pokemon Go was like the biggest thing in 2016. So Microsoft was like, hey, I bet you there's kids out there wondering what if Minecraft was real? I mean, look at this YouTube video of Minecraft in real life. There's probably like 100 of those. I didn't pick a specific one before making that joke.
There's probably like 1,000.
But there's probably so many. And they decided they could build off of like the same type of hype that Pokemon Go had, and they'll do their own version with Minecraft Earth, which was a mobile augmented reality game for iOS and Android, and it used your phone's camera and GPS, just like Pokemon Go. It was free to play, developed by Mojang and Blackbird Interactive, I think the same team that did Minecraft Legends, right, Luke?
Yep.
And it released worldwide, and it's an interesting tale. Close your eyes. Picture this. You're walking down a street, you stare at your phone, and then boom, this giant blocky castle appears on your sidewalk in your actual neighborhood. This is real life, guys, except it's not. And you're going to experience it in Minecraft Earth, except this wasn't actually how the game played out. Now, what's interesting is that this game used OpenStreetMap to generate global data for the Earth. That meant the game overlay would have like these build plates anywhere in the real world. And gameplay included things like resource gathering, crafting, building, and walking through your buildings through your phone. This was also, supposed to be this big monumental moment celebrating 10 years of Minecraft. When they first had the game release in 2019, there were some first impressions that were actually kind of positive. And the game did get some traction. Apparently it was downloaded 1.4 million times in the first week, with 1.2 million downloads coming from the US alone, which meant the only people downloading this were in the US. Like there was 200K people across the rest of the world who downloaded it. The rest were in the US. And it did actually get a nomination for Best VR AR Game at the Game Critics Award, and also won the same award at the New York Game Awards. And it also made it into the top 100 best inventions of 2019 for Time Magazine. Now, mind you, I'd never heard of either of those game awards, but I mean, they got it, and it's on the Wikipedia page. So I mean, there's some clout right there.
Wow, dude, the bunch of fake game awards that nobody has ever heard of.
So beneath all of the hype, some of the cracks probably started showing. There was this core design flaw where they kind of thought that people would leave their house and play the game in real life and not just like only play from home. And they thought people would like meet up and collaborate together and build together in real world spaces. And also, this was the end of 2019, right into 2020, when all the lockdown stuff happened. So like a lot of stuff was obviously going to be put on hold. One of Minecraft Earth's core modes was called Adventures, where you had to go into the real world, go to these spawn points, and you do like combat, puzzles, dungeons, whatever. And that definitely was like damaged by the fact that everybody was indoors. And they did relocate some of them indoors, but I think like the core experience was quickly deteriorating. Also, like I feel like the life of these types of GPS games outside of Pokemon Go are pretty limited in general, but also the economy in the game started to feel kind of weird with the whole like gameplay mechanic being adjusted. And mind you, there is monetization in the game, so things that are supposed to be rare kind of started piling up quickly for some people because the rarity effects had to start changing. They made everything essentially really easy to get, which removed incentives for like long-term engagement, because now you just had everything and it just felt like the substance of the game was not that big. It started to feel more like a tech demo than an actual game service. And in January of 2021, the developers decided to drop this big old bomb that Minecraft Earth would be shutting down that summer. They went on to say Minecraft Earth was designed around free movement and collaborative play, two things that have become near impossible in the current global situation. So they did a final update. They removed all the microtransactions. They tried to do like a big update to make the game fun while it lasted. The people who spent real money on the game did get a little consolation. Their balance that they had got converted into mine coins, which were usable in the real Minecraft marketplace. And then anybody who made any other purchases and had already spent the things also got a free copy of Minecraft Bedrock Edition in case you didn't already have Minecraft. Which is weird, but I mean, okay. Nonetheless, the game got delisted that summer and the whole thing vanished after lasting about 20 months in total. So kind of an interesting thing. I don't think it would have lasted either way, to tell you the truth, but I definitely think the world situation then didn't help either. Still a weird thing, a messy experiment, but it existed for a while. Now, Luke, way back when Minecraft first came out, you were an early adopter, right? You played early on?
Yeah, I played the alpha.
Ooh. I was later to the game. I didn't play Minecraft until it came out on the Xbox 360, though I played Castle Miner Z for like however long before Minecraft came out. And that was a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful experience, as weird as that game was. But did you know, Luke, the next game I'm talking about is something that was real, kind of, called Minecraft 2.0.
Like a sequel?
Minecraft 2, it's here. Kind of. Well, Minecraft 2.0 was an April Fool's joke that was released by Mojang on April 1st, 2013. Now, Mojang announced it as the next generation of Minecraft, which wasn't really a 2.0 version. It was just like a mod of Minecraft. They were like, this is the preview of what Minecraft 2 is. And it wasn't publicly released, but it was given out to a small group of Minecraft YouTubers. And there was even different colored versions of the game. There was Minecraft 2.0 Red, Blue, and Purple Edition. Kind of, I guess, like how Pokemon split them up, but this was Minecraft instead. And then I think later on, there were unofficial uploads that circulated the internet that people were able to play it. It was just like Minecraft with some really absurd features. There was like hostile chickens, a pink wither, you could ride pigs, TNT slabs, torches would burn out and had to be relit. But what I think is really interesting is they had tinted glass before tinted glass was actually added into Minecraft. They're like, this is the future of Minecraft as a joke, and then it actually became the future of Minecraft. Also, this had a block of coal before that would be added to the game too, so That's pretty cool. Now, this was just like a joke game that was limitedly released, just as a response to everyone asking when Minecraft 2 is coming out, or will you make a sequel to Minecraft? So then they did it, and Minecraft 2.0 existed, and then it was forgotten about. But I think this should count as a spin-off, maybe not as like a full sequel to Minecraft type spin-off, but like a little like side project that they threw out there and people got to play as a joke. And I thought it was worth mentioning.
While we're on the topic of like games that, kind of count, kind of don't count, can I talk about like a canceled spin-off?
Sure.
Back in 2011, Mojang started working on a secret project internally known as Project Rex Kwon Do.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Yes, exactly. He's like the dojo master or something, right?
Yeah, with the roller skates, right? I haven't seen this movie since 2005.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Anyways, this was being prototyped by Notch himself and was supposed to be a Lego Minecraft spin-off, later known as Brickcraft. It would have played like Minecraft in a first-person perspective, but instead of mining, you were just building with specific Lego pieces. And the terrain would have been procedurally generated as well, but it was Lego bricks. Like, everything was Lego brick. And Mojang actually started slowly hiring a few extra developers to work on this project, and they started talking to Lego about it. This project actually wasn't publicly known until 2020, when in a 25th anniversary podcast, it was revealed by like a Lego employee that this was something that was being talked about. But in 2012, behind the scenes, they did cancel this project because it seemed like they couldn't find an agreement with Lego, and there was like some legal issues, and then there was some creative differences that Lego wouldn't budge on. Like, for example, Mojang wanted the Lego bricks in the game to look played with, like scratched and dented and imperfect, like real toys would be after kids uses them. But the Lego group didn't want to do that. They wanted their bricks to be always perfect and pristine and stuff like that. That was just one of the many things. Apparently there was like a ton of meetings back and forth, and it was just too much, and eventually Notch decided to just cancel it altogether. Lego and Mojang might have not collaborated on this, but they did start releasing Minecraft sets in 2011, 2012. And interesting fact is, Lego heavily considered buying Mojang after this Brickcraft thing fell through, but they decided against it because like Minecraft wasn't that big of a thing in 2012 yet, so they weren't unsure if the investment would be worth it, I guess. Obviously, Mojang wouldn't have been 2.5 billion then, but like it probably still a good chunk of cash. And in hindsight, that's probably a crazy missed opportunity. But there's a timeline where Minecraft is ran by Lego, not by Microsoft. I wonder what that timeline is like. And very recently, in mid-2025, the playable build of the game was actually leaked onto Omni Archive. And for the first time ever, you were able to see what the gameplay was like, and just looks pretty basic. I mean, it's just a prototype of a project they were pitching. So I guess not much to expect and not much to say about it. But yeah, here you go. Look at it. It's the Lego Minecraft that almost happened.
Wow.
Wowzers. Back in school, did you ever have computer class and they made you like play like some crappy like learning games?
I remember playing in school, and this is gonna make me sound really old, but I played the Oregon Trail, but not like the black and white Oregon Trail. There was like one that came out slightly later that had color, and I remember playing Bugdum. That wasn't an education game, but it was on every school computer, and I was one of the only kids who knew that if you like held down a certain button combination, you actually got access to the menu level select. So you could pick all the levels and you didn't have to start at the beginning. So whenever I told like a couple of people, like that stuff spread so quickly. It went from nobody knowing to everybody in the school knowing. And I was the cool kid because I'd learned that at my old school, changed schools, boom, I'm this outsider who knows about Bugdum. And I was able to share that info. So, I mean, I got a couple of friends early on changing schools with this information. While you're editing that, make sure you show the dragonfly level too, like somewhere in there.
What if instead of Bugdum, you got to play Minecraft?
Oh, damn.
There is a special version of Minecraft known as Minecraft Education that is an educational version made for schools and teachers in order to teach school subjects through Minecraft in like a virtual space. Sounds exciting, I guess.
Woo!
This initially started all the way back in 2011 when a Finnish startup called Teacher Gaming made a Minecraft mod pack based in Java called Minecraft EDU that they would sell to schools for like a price, like a license. Basically, the vision was to give teachers the tools to create Minecraft maps and set up servers as easily as possible in order to, set up the virtual lessons. They invented a bunch of new features with this mod pack. For example, they added a bunch of new blocks that would let teachers easily zone off an area where students were allowed to go or not to go, or where students were allowed to build or not to build. There was number blocks for math lessons. They added like a bunch of admin features so it would be easier to run the server for teachers, and like the teachers could spawn in as an NPC NPC in the server or spectate the children directly. And on top of that, the mod also added the ability to code in real time with a real coding language in the game to teach coding, which was probably like the biggest feature that the game had, or the mod pack had at that time. And for 5 years, they would support this mod pack and add new features. You know, we know in 2014, Minecraft was acquired by Microsoft, and by January 2016, Microsoft announced that they had bought the mod pack from Teacher Gaming. And even though they acquired the mod pack, they did not want to publish or update the mod pack. They just bought this thing for its like audience. At this point, there was already like over 7,000 classrooms in 40 countries using this mod pack to teach stuff. So Microsoft acquired this and basically got all their clients. And as I mentioned earlier, this was based on Java, which was an issue for Microsoft because they, were slowly phasing out Java. So they restarted from scratch on the Bedrock edition, and now it's called Minecraft Education Edition. And over the years, they kept updating the game, and they added like chemistry stuff and other science stuff. There's also like curated map experience. You remember, like, you ever played like a Minecraft adventure map? I don't know. You didn't play it on PC, so probably not.
I did a maze one time.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's like just like a map someone made that you like go through. That maybe tells a little of a story or something, right? Like there's some puzzles or something. The free demo, I actually downloaded it earlier and I decided to play it because I was like, what the hell? I want to check this out. And, there wasn't many maps and I picked one that teaches you about coding. It's actually pretty insane because it has a full story, like in cutscenes. So it starts, you get ushered into this theater, you sit down, something goes wrong, they need your help backstairs, and then there's like a bunch of puzzles you have to solve with like coding. There's even Easter eggs, they got custom textures, custom objects in there. Like there was like pallets and a ladder. Not like the Minecraft ladder, it was like a Home Depot ladder.
Did you just refer to like a regular A-frame ladder as a Home Depot ladder?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I didn't know that's how you defined
That's where you buy it, dude.
the two different versions of ladders. There's Minecraft ladders and Home Depot ladders. Nothing else.
Basically, I beat this first level and I even got my own certificate for beating this level.
You should frame it.
Yeah, I'll frame it and hang it back there. There was a bunch of other lessons. A lot of them were like AI, like teaching about how to do AI prompts or how to spot like fake pictures that were made with AI and stuff like that. And then there was another one that was like, I don't know, trying to teach you about social work or something, but it was tied to like Hispanic heritage. I didn't quite understand the connection. But I load in and then like you have to build like a shelter for some people who had the house destroyed by a hurricane. And I built them the crappiest shelter ever. And apparently it was okay. The game accepted it. And then, I don't know, I was like, what the hell am I doing? And I kind of stopped there. It's a cool thing for schools. But like, obviously it's not a real Minecraft game or Minecraft experience. It's just kind of like a different version.
I think it's interesting when you were explaining it there. About halfway through, I started to think, man, this sounds really, really boring. Like they took all the fun out of Minecraft. But then you started explaining your experience playing it. And I was like, huh, that actually does sound kind of interesting. So like, maybe it's slightly cooler than my first impression.
Yeah, I mean, when they set up the levels and stuff, it comes down to the creativity of whoever made the level. If your teacher is crappy at making Minecraft maps, you're going to have a crappy lesson. That's just what it's going to be. But if he's creative, then it's going to be litty.
Can you imagine like that old, like really annoyed, like never married teacher in their like 60s or 70s who like hates their job but still needs the job for the income, and like, they don't have like a support system at home. They live by themselves, maybe have a couple cats. Like, could you imagine that person being in charge of making your Minecraft experience for school?
So it's like depressing.
Sounds oddly specific. I'm sorry. I feel like everyone had that teacher though. So, maybe it's not that specific.
There was another AR experience for Minecraft actually. And this one is probably less known, but there's technically 2 games in there, which is crazy. In 2023, Minecraft Crocs came out. To promote that, they made a AR game called Choose Your Mode. Minecraft X Crocs Choose Your Mode or whatever. Within that game, there was 2 mini games essentially. One was called Crocs Creator, where you could just hold your phone and then build with like 7 different blocks, which were the gibbets you could get for the Crocs. And the other one was like a temple run style game called Crocs Crossing, where you had to like dodge left, right, dodge some creepers, jump over stuff. But I mean, they did exist, and part of it was AR as well. And you could play this for like roughly 2 years before they did shut it down earlier this year. No more Choose Your Mode.
We could have experienced it. There are a couple other ones that I kind of thought about including, but I didn't feel like maybe were the most fitting. There was like a Minecraft VR VR was supported for the Bedrock edition of the game, and there's like a lot of community run mods that let you play Minecraft in VR, but I don't think they're like full on spin-offs, so I didn't think those counted.
There's another thing I found too, which was like an Australian discount chain, Big W. They had like these posters, and you scan a QR code when you go in, and then like you could walk up to the posters, and you could like hold your phone up, and it would show you like a Minecraft world on your phone, and you had to like find the diamond. And then if you found all the diamonds in the store, you get some stickers or something. They called this Minecraft Quest. So I guess that kind of existed too. Okay, so we talked about video games a bunch, but obviously there's other types of games. Tabletop or board games kind of count. Let's just do a quick rundown, because there's a couple that Mojang actually greenlit that had like physical releases that were official. The first one in 2019, and it was called Minecraft Builders and Biomes. This was like tile laying and exploration, and it was like similar to like Arcazone or Ticket to Ride. And there was another one called Minecraft Portal Dash in 2021, which was a co-op board game where you do like different mission objective, and you have to like dash out before the time in the game runs out, basically. And a third one in 2020 called Minecraft Heroes of the Village, which is like a family game, like for kids. You have to like work together and stop pillagers from raiding the village or something like that. And then also, you know, like the Labyrinth type of board games, are they like popular here?
I've heard of them, but I don't know how popular they are.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. In Germany, when I was younger, they were popular, but there's an official Minecraft version, but it's just like reskinned tiles. And I mean, you know, I think there's a Pokemon version too, like they just reskin the game a couple times. So yeah, those 4 Minecraft board games also exist.
I found one more video game. Technically, it's a video game. I think it counts as a video game barely, that we haven't talked about yet though, and that's a Minecraft movie, the video game. I mean, it's not really a video game. Do you count like a computer game on a website as a video game?
Yeah, sure.
Do you count like a puzzle that's on a website as a video game?
Yeah.
Okay, well then we totally have one, because while Luke was doing the last section, I thought to myself, did they do anything promotional for a Minecraft movie? And I looked and I found their website, and if you go to their website, it looks pretty generic, and it shows like showtimes, showings in California, even if you have your, I don't know, we're not in California, but that's all it was showing. But then I saw these 3 bars at the top right? And I clicked on them, and then it has like home, video, synopsis, group sales, get tickets, watch now, explore. Like, oh, what's that? So I clicked on explore, and it took me to this other page that then, I don't know, you can like watch clips or whatever, but shuffle puzzle. So I clicked on that, and there's a slide puzzle on the website that you can do. There's actually 4 of them, 4 different levels in this video game. So I think this counts technically, as underwhelming as it is.
Do you actually remember when this would be something that came on like the DVD? And you could play it with like the DVD player remote? That was kind of litty. I mean, they were always shitty
Yeah, except
and
the
laggy.
laggiest things ever. Dude, they're the worst, dude. I always was like, oh, dude, there's a game on this DVD. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to play this. And then it's like the slowest, like awful experience. Well, I think we had fun looking into just one single game series. We don't usually do that, but I think Minecraft was worth it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, leave a like down below, but also make sure you're subscribed. That goes a long way. And a huge thank you to our patrons and our YouTube members for supporting this type of content. You know, just throwing a few bucks our way through either of those helps us out more than you know. We're still like a small channel relatively, you know, we're not like 1 billion subscribers yet. So anything helps. A few bucks, you know, pledged monthly goes a really long way, believe it or not, especially if like you do it and then like 2 other people end up doing it. Between the 3 of you guys are like hooking us up. So that's all. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys soon with a new video. And is that anything else, Luke?
No, I'm just trying to beat this tile puzzle.
Dude, I gave up. I started getting the pieces together, then I had to remove them all to the other side, and I was just like, this is too hard. I'll let you do it for the video. You can beat all 4 levels.
I don't know.
It's your job now.
This is too hard.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Oh, there's a solve puzzle button. I did it.